Hi all, this is Nitya Priya. Today we are going to see Java exceptions. We are seeing many important concepts of Java. If you want to see the other concepts like conditional statements, control structures, functions, classes and objects, constructors, overloading, overriding, inheritance, interfaces, everything is there in this channel. You just subscribe this channel and watch the other videos, right? Even now in this video we are going to see Java exceptions, right? So what are exception? We know the meaning of exception. Exception is an abnormal thing happening. Okay, so that is called exception. Usually we'll encounter errors when we compile a coding in Java or in C, C++, anything. Whenever we execute a program, when we compile a program, we'll get errors if any, right? So that is called error. Error is a mistake. Okay. So what is an exception? An exception is an abnormal thing. For example, we execute a division called A by B. Okay. And A and B we are reading at runtime. For A we give some value 10 for example, and B instead of giving 50 we mistakenly type 0, right? We omit 5 and we press 0. So what happens? 10 by 0 will be executed. Can we take 0 as a divisor? No. So that is an exception, right? So in that execution, we will not get the proper output. So this is called exception. So exception is an abnormal thing. It is an unusual thing happening while the program is being executed, right? So Java coding will automatically handle exceptions, right? So this concept is called exception handling of Java. Usually exception will be handled by JVM, called Java Virtual Machine. Okay, we see the types of exceptions and how the exception is handled. Everything we are going to see in this video, right? Java try and catch. What is a try block? Try and catch are two blocks. Try block is a block in which the statements that arises the exceptions will be, right? So the coding in which the exception is anticipated will be given in that try block, and catch block is a block that handles the exception. Okay, so try block will give the exception or it will arise the exception, and the catch block will handle the exception. So this try and catch are the two blocks that are mandatory in exception handling. Without try and catch we cannot handle exception, right? So in exception handling we have certain keywords. We have to know certain keywords, right? So try. I said the concept of try. The try block will arise the exception, and catch block. Catch block will handle the exception, and throw. Throw is a keyword which is used to throw an exception. Okay, so throws is another keyword which is used to declare exceptions, right? And finally keyword. Finally is a block of code which is finally executed in exception handling. Okay, after executing try and catch block, it will automatically execute the finally block. So when finally comes, that means the exception handling is over, right? Now the syntax of exception handling: try, block of code to try, then catch. So here the exception will be handled. As I said, try block will arise the exception, catch block will handle the exception, right? The third thing we are going to see is common scenarios of Java exception. So firstly we saw what is exception handling, and secondly we saw the common keywords, and thirdly we are going to see the scenarios of Java exceptions. There are so many exception scenarios in Java. Few of them I have listed here. The first scenario will be arithmetic exception. The example for arithmetic exception is, see, no, A equals 50 by 0. Here, no, 50 is 50. The number 50 is going to be divided by a divisor. Here it is 0. So no way we can divide a number with 0. So this type of computation arises arithmetic exception. So the exception that falls under the category of arithmetic exception in this example. Now, null pointer exception. Null pointer exception is we declare a string but that is null. Okay, that has no value. So in that case, if we declare a string, a pointer will be created and it will show some value, right? Here we give null, no value we give. So where the pointer would be? If we try out computing the length of s, which is already null, we'll get an exception like null pointer exception, because s is already null, it is empty. How can we compute the length of s? Okay, so here in this particular combination of codes, null pointer exception will be raised. Then number format exception. Number format exception is we declare a variable in some other thing and some other type, and we get the value in some other type. Okay, so here it is s equals abc. Here what is the type of s? It is a string variable. Now we just read the value of s in integer.parseInt of s. We just read the value of s. So by reading the value of s, we try to put it in a variable called I, which is an integer. So how can we put a string value on an integer variable? So this is a mismatch, right? So in this particular scenario, number format exception will arise. Then array index out of bounds exception. Here we declare an array called A, right? And int is the size of the array is 5. Now A's maximum size is 5, but we try to put a value 50 on the index number 10 of A. So the maximum size is only 5. There is no way we get the index of 10 for A. Okay, because the maximum is 5. Okay, if the size is 5, we'll get the indices from 0 to 4 only. We cannot put a value A of 10. Okay, so this is called out of bounds exception. The array goes out of bounds, it means, right? So I hope you understand the scenario of exception handling. We saw try catch, then we saw some keywords, then we saw some common scenarios of exceptions. Now we are going to see the examples of exception handling. See, try, a simple thing. We create a public class, we create a public function inside that main function, then we give try. What will give in try? The code that arises the exception. So here we give int data equals 50 by 0. See, surely we'll get an exception. Okay, because it is 50 is divided by 0, right? Right. Now we give it, we give the code and try, and what we give in catch block, catch of arithmetic exception space E. What is the type of this exception? Arithmetic exception. Okay. Dividing by 0 is arithmetic exception. So we just create an object for arithmetic exception, which is E. Okay, so then using E, we just print the exception. When we print E, we'll simply get divide by 0. Here you have to understand something. We don't give divide by 0. Right? We don't print divide by 0 anywhere in the program, but on the output, when the exception is arised, automatically it prints divide by 0. Right? That is a mandatory thing that is printed by Java Virtual Machine, JVM. I hope you understand. Now it is array exception or array index out of bounds exception. Right? So what is tried? We create an array ARR. So for that we give a 1, 3, 5, 7. ARR is an integer array which has 4 values 1, 3, 5, 7. Now we print array of 10, the same thing. We have only 4 values in the indices 0 to 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 0, in 0 we have 1, in 1 we have 3, in 2 we have 5, and in 3 we have 7. That is all the array. Now we try to print array of 10. How come? We don't have any value in array of 10, right? So we'll encounter an exception and that will be printed.
What's the type of the exception? Array index out of bounds exception. That is given as arr catch or array index out of bounds exception space E. So this is a class, exception class. So the same way you have to give in the programming code. Okay, A should be in caps, I should be in caps, O, B, E, everything should be in caps. There should be no space in between the words. Okay, so when we execute this, we'll get the exception array index out of bounds 10. Okay, right. So that is it. Now after we have seen 3 examples, now we are going to see throw statement. So in keywords we discussed try is a keyword, catch is a keyword, and another important keyword is throw. Okay, if you don't understand this, you just get back to the video, see the first 2 minutes. We have explained the keywords of exception handling, right? So now throw statements. Throw means what? Throw is throwing, like throwing the ball, throwing the doll or something, right? So the same thing exception handling is doing. Throw will just throw the exception. Okay, right. See, no? But throw will come without try block and catch block, right? So if age is less than 18, throw new arithmetic exception of some error message, some exception message, access denied, you must be at least 18 years old, right? So throw statement will just customize the exception. We can change the statement that appears on the runtime. Okay, here now in the above couple of examples, we didn't print anything, we just printed E, and E will pick corresponding statement from the compiler. It will just print on the runtime screen. Now throw statement is in throw statement we just customize the statement. Whatever we want to be printed on the runtime, we give here. Now see the program, we give access denied, you must be at least 18 years old. So customized. Okay, the exception message is customized. So that is all. That is the use of throw statement. So when it is less than 18, see we try calling the statement with value 15. So when the age is less than 18, according to the condition, we'll get access denied and the other things, right? So I get access denied, the first execution. If the age is 20, that is if the age is greater than 18, we'll get the output access granted, you're old enough. Okay, and at last finally statements. We discussed try block, catch block, throw statement, and now it is catch block, finally block. Finally, as it means, finally is a block that comes finally in the exception handling scenario, right? After handling the exception, when it is finished up executing the exception, the finally block will be executed, right? See the example, we have given a try block, we have given a catch block. You just see and understand. It is a simple coding, and finally we'll get try catch is finished. So when it is run, the output would be something went wrong. Actually we get an exception, and the exception is we print something went wrong. So after printing everything, it prints the try catch is finished. Okay, so finally comes finally in the exception handling. I hope you understand the concepts of exception handling. We have discussed almost everything about exception handling, and one more thing is for a try and catch block, more than one throw statements can come. I said throw is a statement that customizes the exception. Okay, so with conditions we can get, if condition number one type of throw, if condition number 2 is satisfied, another throw statement, condition number 3 another throw statement. So for a try and a catch block, there may be any number of throw statements. Okay, yes, this is the main thing you have to know, right? So we saw Java exceptions, and we saw the scenarios of Java exceptions. We saw the types, main types. There are many types. Here we have given 4, right? And we saw some examples. Okay, and now we saw throw statement, and finally we saw finally statement. Okay, so that is all about exception handling of Java. Thanks for watching.